When you think of Waynesboro baseball, you think of Tommy Robinson. His retired jersey hangs on the walls of the town's American Legion post, while the high school ball field is named in his honor.
Tommy was an athlete from the word go. He was a good hitter, good ball player, really loved the game.
So much that he dedicated over 40 years of his life to coaching the American Legion Post 15 ball club.
I loved it just as much as he did, or a marriage would have never lasted. If you didn't like baseball, you were out. That was his thing. That was his life.
That was until his life came to an abrupt end. He died in June of 2014 from acute melanoma.
I wish I'd had 45 years with him. I almost made it. He died in June. August would have been 45 years.
It happened right in the middle of post-15 season. Kevin Kieseman stepped up to the plate and became the new manager as the team won 14 straight games to close out the year.
They know how much he loved the game, how much he loved them. The boys really seemed to rally around it and finish the season strong.
Over 40 years, Tommy left his mark on Waynesboro baseball, and now he's remembered every game at Robinson Field.
I hope to be able to continue the tradition that he's kept going for over 40 years. I don't know if I can make it that long, but try to keep it going for as long as I can.
He'll also be remembered at the American Legion, where a new annual award will be given in his name. Reporting in Waynesboro, Nick Munson, WHAG News. 12-year-old Preston Harris may look like your average middle school basketball player, but you realize what he's up against every time he runs down the court. 4 years ago, Preston found out he had Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a deadly neuromuscular disease. Most children are diagnosed when they're about 3 years old.
He was diagnosed at a late age, kind of baffled the doctors a little bit.
But he hasn't let it stop his love for the game. This year, he tried out for the JV squad at Warm Springs Middle School.
To be honest, I was a bit apprehensive at first, but there was no way I was going to be able to cut Preston. I mean, his heart, his effort, the way his teammates support him and just loved him being out there.
He might not be able to get up and down the court as fast as everybody else, but he's going to give you everything he's got.
Usually on the bench, Preston only gets into the action for a few minutes a game, typically leaving him off the score sheet. The team had been trying to get Preston his first basket all season. In the fourth quarter of the semifinal game, it all came together.
We put him down at the other end of the court, and his teammate threw the perfect one-hop full-court pass.
Jumping up and down, the whole bench was up, even though the team was cheering because it was just awesome.
Everyone was high-fiving me and the crowd was going wild.
The team ended up losing by 1 point in the championship game, but they know this moment was about more than just basketball.
Selfishly, you look at this like you're going to be a blessing to Preston. Preston ended up being a blessing to us.
For Preston's family, the toughest part is not knowing what the future holds, fighting a disease that takes away his ability to play.
Probably going to be the time come that he might be restricted to a wheelchair, but until he loses that mobility, we just keep encouraging him to be involved in things.
I'd thank my coaches and my teammates for helping me get that basketball shot and make the team.
Reporting in Berkeley Springs, Nick Munson, WHAG News. This wasn't your typical first pitch. 5-year-old Hayley Dolphins was called to the mound before Monday night's game between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland A's. Born with Poland syndrome, she has a birth defect on her right hand, which isn't fully developed. But that didn't stop her from showing off her arm.
It's been so amazing. It's just making my child's dream come true.
Poland syndrome is a rare disease, affecting only 1 to 3 children in 100,000. They're born with missing or abnormal chest muscles, as well as webbing of the fingers.
For me, I had a hard time when it first started, when you would go out to dinner and you would see kids tapping their parents and pointing towards her. And she doesn't know any different. You know, she had that from birth.
Her mother, Jan, reached out to engineering students at UNLV, who designed a custom 3D printed hand for Hayley. She got to try it out on the big stage while visiting grandparents from Hagerstown. For Hayley trying to throw with the 3D printed hands, it's all in the wrists. The fingers grasp when her wrist is down and open up when her wrist moves up.
There hasn't been anything really that she hasn't been able to do. She's just your typical 5-year-old, you know, playing in the dirt, having fun, riding her bike, riding her big wheel.
Jan says the robotic hand only costs about a few $100s and can be printed anywhere with a 3D printer.
The person that invented it put the files out there. Okay. So it's readily available online.
And as far as Hayley's future, who knows what's in store?
Now, will she be able to play baseball? I don't know. We'll see how it goes as she gets older. But at least the technology is there to allow her a chance. That's all I wanted, was a chance.
Reporting in Baltimore, Nick Munson, WHAG News.